Hi everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. My name is Tiana, your nail educator and inspirator, talking your ear off about everything nail stamping, techniques, tutorials, and just nail talk. So thank you so much for joining me. Maniology is more than a nail company. We believe that nail art is a creative journey and that we want you to empower your self-expression one manicure at a time. So if you love Maniology and our lives, I recommend that you tell all your friends about us, and so we can continue to build a community of supportive and creative artists just like you. So thank you so much for following us and continue to keep giving those hearts. So today I'm going to be showing you how you can create an effortless manicure using just one nail plate. This is plate M217. It's called Modern Masterpiece. So we'll take some time to take a look at this. So this plate was very much inspired by artwork design with like the one stroke drawing with a mix of like nature abstract elements and accent pieces. So what I mean by like one stroke, I don't know if you've seen this kind of artwork where it's like, it basically looks like a pen hit the paper and it never lifted off the paper. So it just like is a one line drawing. So there's a lot of like really fun elements and stuff here. Some are really solid designs that you can use as like accent pieces. There's a lot of plants or flowers, things like that, kind of nature elements. And there's also like these really fun small designs that are just really nice accent pieces that I'll be using today too. So you have some like dots, some dash marks, anything like that. I really love these solid pieces and stuff, so I'm going to show you basically how I layered my design using these concepts here. And oh, I can't wait. So if you haven't seen this plate, it is currently on our site right now. This is 217. It's called Modern Masterpiece. And I actually created some color palettes for you today. So this is a really kind of like, maybe like a louder palette, but I figured, you know, hey, we're in spring right now. It's probably sunny in some areas and stuff. It's definitely getting sunny here too. So I picked out these colors. So here I have Jungle Mirage. I really love this really kind of neon-like yellow green. This is Flash Dance, which is kind of like almost a neon peach kind of color. And then also we have this really bright, beautiful blue, which is Jazzercise. Definitely screams something that's more fun, kind of beachy and sunny. Trio. So I have a few helpful tools that I'm using today. So first things first, I'm going to drop my lotus mat onto my tabletop here just because I don't want to get my white background messy, of course. So let me just kind of center that for you guys. Okay, I'm just going to grab a paper towel too. Personal choice. You definitely don't have to do this when you're stamping, but it's a personal choice because this particular method is going to get quite messy, and I'm particular. I really don't want to clean the mat with after. So like I said, just my choice. I definitely recommend getting a if you don't have one already, which is this pineapple grabber cotton claw. And if you haven't seen this, oh my goodness, so helpful. So it is a cotton picker. Oh, I can spread that out wider. Picks up the cotton when you have to use acetone and you're cleaning your plate in between. Just makes the cleanup so much easier. Okay. And then, like always, I don't do stamping without it. I have my sticky stamper station here. I will also be using poly peel to protect my cuticles today because, as you can see, my nails are still very short. And of course I have my 100% acetone to help clean up my plate and everything else. Okay, so let's see. Cool. So let's get started then. All I have on my nails is just a base coat to protect my nail. And another thing I wanted to focus on today is basically I didn't think I really needed to explain, but you know, when you do stamping, you have the ability to do like a colored base, which means you can paint it with regular polish, you can do a smudgicure, you could do any type of background you want, a gradient, whatever you can do stamping with. But you know, sometimes you just want something quick and easy and fast. So today that's what I'm going to focus on, is basically showing you that it's so simple to get a really fun manicure with nude nails. Nude with a base coat, that is. So before we get started, let me put some poly peel around my cuticle here. Also, don't forget to paint the top of your, the top here of your finger, because you know when you stamp, sometimes the stamper does get on there, you know, so there you go. I'm sure there's a better way to describe it, but at least I showed you. Okay. And this poly peel here, this is a latex formula, so I'm sorry for anyone who's watching today who has a latex allergy. However, we do have another product, several products actually, that you can use if you do have a latex allergy. And I've mentioned it before. It's called Mani Mask, and then we also have cuticle protector stickers. So when you use the poly peel, you can already tell, like say for instance, you can tell that this one is wet because it's like a bright pink, and when it's dried it looks like a dark pink like that. So you can see like that area right there is still a little bit wet, but everything else is pretty dark. So it dries really nicely like latex does, and fast too, really fast. Okay. So if you're wondering why I'm doing this, poly peel is a product that really helps to protect the skin around your nails when you're stamping, from staining or just general cleaning. You know, so you can use this anytime that you're doing your nails. It doesn't necessarily have to be with stamping, but you know, in this case, that's what we're using it for. Okay. As you guys are watching me put this on to my nail and stuff, I wanted to ask, you know, as educators and inspirators, of course, we're always looking for, you know, topics or things to talk about with you guys. If you have any suggestions, please go ahead and let us know. You know, we're always paying attention to like our customer support, you know, questions that come in. We want to try to address them for you, because really stamping should be a really fun, a fun thing to do. Sorry, I didn't have my thumb in the frame here, but so please write in the comments, let us know. And maybe for some reason, if you have a question and it's a video we've already done, maybe we can just link you to it to make it easier for you. Okay? So there you go. Now, rule number 1, try not to get your fingers, don't let your fingers touch, because then it's going to get stuck together and that's going to be fun. Okay? So now, in general, when I use this plate, I think it probably would just be smart for me to lay down the lighter color first, just because we're going to be layering concepts. So let's see. I don't have any specific ideas, but let's just start. What do I like? I think I'm going to go with this big puddle right here. Okay. So let me go ahead and use that. So I'm going to go ahead and isolate that design because I don't want all of this other stuff to come off of my nail. Okay, so when that happens, I'm just going to grab a piece of tape. Okay, so here you go. So here, let me just put it on my nail. Just do something like that. So again, what I really enjoy about this plate is the fact that it's meant to be abstract. So there is no right or wrong way to do this. So there you go. I put that on my nail. Now I'm gonna layer some elements. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and put in, I really like this Monstera leaf here. So I'm going to put on in this beautiful blue, that Monstera leaf. And you see, if you're doing a lot of individual elements instead of like the same design on all fingers, then you don't have to clean the plate up as often, which is really nice. Definitely a selling point for me. There you go. Now I'm going to take the Jungle Mirage. I'm going to pick up some small element here. Let's see. I really like some of these like small elements on this side. So I'm just going to pick up one of them. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and isolate those. It's gonna put it down right there. So let me bring this up closer so you can actually see what the design looks like. There you go. So I think when you're doing this kind of method, it is important to really kind of test out the colors before you put it on your finger. One, because if this design doesn't work out, you're gonna have to take off the whole thing, you know, so that way you already know what the design will kind of look like. And I will actually show you how I tested these colors out so you can see that little design over there that I did. Yeah. Because that would be a pain, right, if you had to take all of this off after you already did the design. So definitely test the colors out and see what works for you, and if you even like the color combination to begin with. Okay, so let's do another one. Let's see. I want to do this kind of like, looks like a seaweed like design. Okay, there you go. Isolate those designs because you definitely want to not get that onto your nail. And you'll see why in general I really do enjoy having a bigger card, especially for doing, you know, designs that are like this. Is because, you know, you just have more real estate. We have the half cards, which are really nice and convenient, but if you're going to be isolating really quickly, having the bigger cards just gives you more space to do that. Technique with, okay, kind of like this kidney bean over here. So I've got a little orange kidney bean here. So today, definitely because I'm doing this manicure and it kind of requires the same steps, it's going to be kind of repetitious, but if it helps, then you guys can just stick around and watch. I'm just going to put it right there. Then let me pick up another element here in blue. Let's see. this is fun. Looks like a little scribble. So basically, I think what I'm looking for when I do this design is that I'm looking for solid elements mixed in with thin elements, or like little small accents with lines too. You know, so everything is not so thick, I guess. So there's that design. Okay, so let's do, I like this design too. Let's do that. Let me use the Jungle Mirage. This is actually another design where you really want to make sure that you are scraping really low. And the reason for that is because you can dig out polish with line designs. So there, picked it up cleanly. I'm gonna put that on my pointer here. Okay, and let's do, I think I'm gonna use the kind of peachy color and pick up a solid element. Let's do this over here. I don't know if you're also noticing too that the way that I scrape, I try to go to the closest edge as well. And that just gives me less cleanup on the plate, really. Instead of dragging it down on the plate on other elements, other pictures, other designs, means I have more cleanup to do on the plate and also on my stamper. And then I am going to pick up, there's like this outline of this really pretty girl. So I'm gonna do that. So there you go. So I like the fact that you have the ability to be as creative as you want, and it can change on a dime if you want to. So far I've done 3 nails. Let's go ahead and finish it off with the thumb and also the pinky. So the pinky, because it's so tiny, I'm gonna try and pick some smaller elements here. Let's see, let me do this peachy, grab that. And in some cases when the design is so small, you have no choice, but you have to clean off all of these design concepts, so it's okay. And let's do, I like this half moon design. Let's see if I can, I think I can fit all of that on my pinky. Let's see. Trying to think what would fit on my pinky. Let's see if I can put this design there. I wish you guys could feel how like soft, I guess, my pickup is when I'm picking up these designs. There's really not much push sometimes, you know. So make sure when you're using your stamper heads, because sometimes that is a question we get to, my stamper's not working. Don't press and shake and do all that crazy stuff, you know, just cut. It's just a light pickup. I can't really tell you. Sometimes the rolling method, which is like this, and the up and down method, like this, works. So you really got to try it yourself. I think oftentimes I actually use the up and down method. Hasn't failed me yet. So there you go. I have 4 fingers done. Now let's do the thumb. Okay, let's do this curly Q design over here. I'm going to use the blue to pick up that design. Right there I used the roll method. Why? I'm not sure, but it worked. So let's take all that off, all the excess. Okay. These lines are very thin too, so that also means that they dry pretty quickly, so you have to be quick about it. Also, I'm under extreme lighting, not something I would recommend for any of you, but for the sake of the video, this is what I have to do. So, oh, underneath my hands are getting really messy. I'm sure your hands don't look like that when you're done, but okay, let's take this away, and there. Okay, let's get a yellow element, something that is solid. There you go. It's the last step. I'm just going to go ahead and layer it over that. Okay, so there. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like how this manicure turned out? Let's see if I can bring it closer for you guys to see. Give me some hearts if you like the way that this manicure turned out. Yay, good. Okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and take off this poly peel. Okay, which is super simple. It's waiting to come off, so just be careful that you don't let any of the excess polish kind of snap back onto your manicure, because sometimes that can happen, especially with really thin designs. But aside from the self-inflicted area, which I can clean, that's how nice the poly peel works. So there you go. I just kind of grab one side and carefully remove it like that. I love how it comes off in just one. Sometimes I just put the poly peel on my skin just because I like the way that it feels coming off. Okay, and then the last one. Let's do the thumb. Kind of. I don't know about you guys. Have you guys been getting an influx of scam calls? Oh my gosh, it's like scam calls are non-stop. I swear, probably like 75% of the people that call me on my phone, I have no clue who they are or where they're coming from. So all I'm taking right now is a nail brush here, and I'm just going to clean up my cuticles a little bit. So it's not super wet, just wet enough. So any of the excess polish right there, just gonna clean that up. I can clean it off better with cotton. I was just trying to be extra. And last one is my pinky. Okay. All the mess under here, I'm just gonna go take a cotton pad. So let's just grab a clean one with our cotton claw. Why? Because I love using it. This is fun. And I just put some acetone on it, and there you go. So let's just say you already had your other hand done, then you don't have to worry about it. Look at that. And clean. Okay, and what is the last step? The last step, you're gonna use the smudge-free top coat. So now I'm just gonna seal in my manicure. And just paint over it. Don't forget to cap the top when you're doing this to help, you know, with the peeling. Just out of curiosity, tell me how many times a week do you do your nails? I'll be honest, when I was in the game, I didn't have a child. I think sometimes I could do like 2 to 3 times a week. It was fun, you know, something. My husband worked late nights and stuff, and it just gave me something to do. Plus, I really did enjoy it. So, you know, I was doing my nails a lot. Now, it's funny to say that you work for a company such as us and then not have your nails done, because that's the first thing people always ask, right? So there you go. Right now it's all wet and stuff, but I'm just gonna wait for the smudge-free top coat to dry, and then there you go. So I hope you guys really like this design. If you want to, of course, you can just, you know, recreate this manicure on your other hand, but if not, the way that I did it, every finger was a different concept, and it's because you just have so many to use here on this plate. So here I go. Let me show you how I clean the plate too. So we have like a full start to finish kind of thing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take acetone, and I'm gonna go again. Once you go with the clean cotton, has no polish or anything, you're kind of just, I guess it acts like buffing the surface, and there you go, you have a shiny plate again. Okay, so there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this manicure. I hope you guys got a lot of insight, and if you didn't know about this plate, then now you know. So it's on the site, it's available right now. Please go ahead and get it. And I would love for you guys to show me all your creations too, even if you don't use this, you know, color palette, of course. And if you have any topics you would like us to discuss or talk about, or a technique or something like that, please write it in the comments. I or my team will be happy to read them and maybe include them into a different video, or if it's something we've done, I'd love to link you to it. And I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you guys later. Okay, take care and be kind to each other, okay? Bye.